Zach, whenever you're on a guest on a podcast, you're going to be like, I tell you what, you guys heard about the shop sounds conspiracy?
Yeah, I think they're not. They're cooking the books.
They're cooking the books. Welcome to Off the Cut.
Dude, I haven't touched any wood in a long time.
And that's why it's covered in plastic.
Oh, man.
Some X-rated content there.
I don't care how long it is.
Thoroughly excited.
Great for the pocketbook, bad for the environment.
Oh, I'm number 3.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we got the explicit out of the way early.
If I'm going to put money into this, it's going to be great. And I guarantee it.
Don't forget to spend your Burkle bucks.
That was super easy.
Get it. Excuse me, I'm eating pretzel goldfish.
Yo.
Welcome to Off the Cut episode 201 for Tuesday, January 27th, 2026. And we've got a special guest for you guys tonight.
I hope you're not talking about me.
We are.
Returning guest.
one of our top returning guests. We've got Zach from Zach Builds with us here tonight.
You know, Suman might hold the record for most episodes or most shares. I was going to say Scott might hold the record for most appearances, but you know what? I guess I have him beat.
Yeah,
that's
true. I tell you what, these pretzels are making me thirsty, so I would take a drink. Why don't you tell me about Cam Tools?
Well, Cam Tools is the premier place to buy woodworking tools online that have been developed, handcrafted, some might say, by Jonathan Katz-Moses and his team of woodworking friends. He basically assembled the Woodworking Avengers to make tools.
Do you think he has elves?
At Christmas time, he definitely does, but I don't know what he does with them the rest of the year. He might, put them on unemployment or something.
That's fair.
But seriously, Jonathan and his team develop really, really high quality woodworking tools, and they sell them to you at an affordable price. And then they also kind of build out their inventory with a bunch of other tools that they genuinely appreciate and use themselves. Because the tagline for the shop is, if it's in their shop, it's in their shop. And when you shop at KM Tools, how many times did I just say shop in one sentence? And when you shop at kmtools.com, you get to feel good about yourself because a portion of every single sale goes to support the Katz-Moses Woodworkers with Disabilities Fund that puts tools in the hands of people who need them. And speaking of tools in the hands of people who need them, he also gives us $50 to give away to one lucky patron every single month, which is pretty exciting. So basically, if you want to get entered in that drawing, we do it monthly. You head over to patreon.com/offthecutpodcast, sign up to become a member, and you will be automatically entered. And the higher the tier you sign up at, the more entries you get. But that's complicated math stuff. Why don't you tell me about WTB?
I would love to. Our good buddy, Bill Burkle at WTB Woodworking, is also running a brand new giveaway.
Hell yeah.
People are just giving away money these days. It's
growth strategy.
Money and product.
I know. You can get your hands on, I'm not even going to attempt to read the grand prize package, but I'm going to tell you this. If you go to WTBwoodworking.com/giveaway, you can sign up to win a package worth $946.80. That's US too.
This is a small portion of what you get in the package, but there's a bunch of Boss Dog CA glue in there. I've really been wanting to try that. You see, he made the CA glue dissolver or remover.
Yeah, remover.
I did see that on Instagram the other day.
It's like a spray on too.
I know. I need to get me some of that.
It's
not sponsored.
It's impressive what he's got on. I really have been enjoying the clear wood glue.
The Boss Dog clear wood glue.
Yeah,
that stuff's awesome as well.
It's like the white stuff that dries clear and stuff.
Yeah.
Huge fan of it. Huge fan. Well, not only can you get your hands on almost $1,000 worth of free stuff, but while you're over at WTBwoodworking.com, you can pick up anything. Festool, Bits and Bits, CNC bits, general finish products. You name it, Bill has got it.
Chill epoxy, saw stop. I got excited.
It's too much. It's
Oh, he's got
too
Loom hardware now too. Oh,
I
man.
know.
Yeah.
I know. And if you happen to live in the Huntingdon Valley area over by Philadelphia in Pennsylvania, you should stop by 390 Pike Road, Unit 1 through 3, and give Bill a visit.
Tell him we sent you.
Yeah, tell him we sent you. Hey, and still we have the claim of fame.
Most giveaway entries, right?
Most giveaway entries come from Off the Cut podcast listeners. So thank you very much. And thank you, Bill, over at WTB Woodworking for supporting Off the Cut podcast.
You know what I think?
Huh.
I think those guys over at Shop Sounds, I think they inflate their numbers.
You think so?
Oh,
Just saying, if we got the most giveaway referrals, I'm just throwing it out there. Shots fired.
Oh man. So you're saying if we have the highest follow through on the WTB Woodworking giveaway, you're telling me that Keith and Jason and Mary are lying about the number of streams they're getting per episode.
I just say the numbers don't add up. I think, what's their audience, like 10x the size of ours? Allegedly. And we're still outperforming them in the giveaway department?
Yeah. Hey,
I don't know.
what did I say? Quality over quantity. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
That might be my new JFK assassination.
Whenever we have a guest on the podcast, for everybody who doesn't know, whenever we have a guest on the podcast in the after show, we always ask them what conspiracy theory they subscribe to most.
We don't ask them, we grill them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And the new one is, Zach, whenever you're on a guest on a podcast, you're going to be like, I tell you what, you guys heard about the Shop Sounds conspiracy?
Yeah. I think they're cooking the books.
They're cooking the books. Man, that might be the episode title, the one where they cook the books.
The one where they cook the books, yeah, that's good. I bet I'm going to get Keith or Jason's probably going to send me a nasty email tomorrow morning.
Yeah. You're going to get a cease and desist.
Cease and desist, yeah, it'll be, yeah. Except it'll be written by ChatGPT.
Yeah. Well, that's what everybody's doing now. You're like, hell, I don't need a lawyer. I got Chat GPT Esquire.
I would never have ChatGPT write a legal document for me, but I have definitely done like a select all, put it into ChatGPT or Google Gemini and say, explain this to me in basic English. Something that's a little easier. Summarize this for me and less legalese.
Get rid of all the here to, therefores.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, then it spins up for like 5 minutes telling you what it's about to tell you.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. It's I find myself using AI more and more lately.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm starting to become one of those people who's suffering from AI psychosis, I think.
Have you gotten to, and I'm curious because I don't think we've talked about this. 2 or 3 years ago, you had a question. Should you drive 4-wheel high or 4-wheel low in the snow? Okay.
Oh,
you had
okay,
that question. Right?
Yes.
What did you do? Google? Just Googled it?
Yeah, just Google.
Okay. Now, do you Google it or do you type it in like Gemini or Chat GPT?
See, that's a great, I think if I know that it's a question, 4-wheel high versus 4-wheel low in the snow, that I might still just punch into Google.
Okay.
But if I was like, what are the differences between, so I'm planning a speaker build. Right. And I was trying to compare 2 different drivers to power the speaker.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could pour through reviews on different sites and try and like analyze the spec sheets and like, but you really, I don't know. There's a little bit of magic that happens between the spec sheet and the reviews. So I just asked Gemini, I was like, what's high level, what's the difference between this driver and this one? Which sounds better? Which one's more powerful? Which one do people have a higher opinion of? And it gave me a really good breakdown. And including like the speakers I'm making are kind of weird. We can maybe talk about that a little bit later. But there was like different drivers for different use cases. Like you don't always want to use it. It kind of depends on the material you're using as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that's it. It basically scours so many different reviews, so many different
Exactly.
like descriptions and information places, and puts it all in one concise
Yes.
format for you.
Yes. It's a great research tool.
Yeah.
I'm still very much on the fence. I haven't seen a lot of success from generative AI, but in terms of like researching, condensing information down to a simpler form, I'm getting a lot of mileage out of it lately.
I did something similar this weekend, like, about last week, actually. Our hot tub, one side of it, like the jets just stopped working on one side of it.
Yeah.
And so I went on Gemini and I was like, hey, this is the hot tub model I have. And then detailed out the issue that I'm seeing. Like I press the button for the jets on this one side and they work. And then I press it on the other side and they don't. It just makes a humming noise. And then it stops within like a few seconds. And then it came back at me and it was like, okay, instead of me going around and hitting all these like forums and reading all these like reviews and stuff like that, it consolidated all that information. It was like, your problem is probably one of three things. And if it's not one of these three things, then the entire thing, the entire motor basically for that whole pump is going to need to be replaced. And so it gave me these three things to go and try and do to fix the problem, which I will do as soon as we are out of this blanket of snow that we're in. But
Oh yeah, don't get me started.
But it was very helpful because it was like, it could be as simple as it's locked up because there's scaling in the pump and you can just go in there and it like detailed out. It was like, there's this one spot, you go in the back, there's a slot, you can put in a flathead screwdriver, you can turn it if it turns easily. Then that's not the issue. But if you feel resistance, move it back and forth until it breaks free. And that may solve it. If it's not that, then it could be a capacitor. And here's the location of the capacitor.
Wow.
You can get the model number of the capacitor off of the side of the capacitor. Look for this and then look for these specific things with the capacitor to know if it's bad or good or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was just it gave me a really great breakdown. And I didn't have to go and do a bunch of research. It was so helpful.
I think that's the magic of AI versus write me a script for my next YouTube video.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It can help. It can help with the script writing, but I don't think it's good at just generating it in a whole cloth. But I think problem solving, in-depth research, it's a great little summary tool for stuff like that.
Yeah, for the script writing, I found that it's good. Like I'll write out the script and then I'll have it tell me if I have redundancies within my script. Or, like what information is maybe lacking, if it understands the flow of it and so forth and so on. And then I have it ask me questions about the process and I'll ask it questions about the script. Like, does it cover this or that or whatever? And it kind of helps fill in those gaps and cover up the redundancies. My
problem with AI when you're so let's think of this hot tub example, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to troubleshoot this issue or whatever. I've noticed that some things, especially with like technical things, sometimes it'll be like, oh, well, go on your digital touchscreen panel on the side of your hot tub and navigate to the settings. You're like, yeah, I don't have that.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay. Well, go to this part of the hot tub and change this. You're like, yeah, again, this model absolutely does not have that. And it like gets confused. It's same with sometimes I'll be like, hey, I'm in Photoshop, Cloud 26, whatever the hell they call it now.
Yeah.
I want to sharpen my photo. How do I do that? And it might give you the most asinine roundabout way to do it. Or sometimes it'll just be like, oh, go to filter, raw camera filter, and then slide a thing over that says sharpen. You're like, great.
Yeah.
But if you're not somewhat competent in what you're asking it could really lead you astray.
That's true. That's a good point. I've had this because I was troubleshooting my server before I left. And I had it keep giving me information about older versions of the program.
Oh,
It'd be like, hey, go to this menu, open up this section and change this setting. I'd be like, I opened up that menu, but that setting's not there. I'm using And then I would tell it like, hey, I'm using like this version. And it's like, oh, okay, well, in that case, it's over in this menu, buried over here.
Yeah.
And so you coach it up a little bit, but like you're right, it can lead you very astray if you don't know what you're doing, right?
Have you run across any situations where AI actually tells you to do something inherently dangerous?
No, nothing so far. It actually always like warns me if any.
Yeah.
I found it's like, again, messing around with my server, there were a lot of settings I was changing, and it was like, only do this option if you're very confident in what you're doing and you've got like your backups all set up. And this is like, once there's no going back from this step once you go through it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So I had one, and admittedly, I was just, dicking around with it a little bit, just curious what it would say.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I have this piece of plywood that's 8 feet long and 12 inches wide. So like a very, very long strip, right?
Yes.
I'm like, I don't have a miter saw. I don't have a track saw. I don't have a circular saw. I don't have a jigsaw. All I have is a table saw.
Okay.
Can I cut that using the fence on my table saw? And it was like, yeah, that's fine. Just, set your fence to the length that you want the piece and just slowly and carefully, slide it around. Like, can you imagine cutting an cutting an 8-foot piece of plywood with no miter gauge, anything?
It didn't tell you to use a miter gauge or anything like that?
It's fine. Just use the fence. Be careful.
I mean, clearly ChatGPT has spent some time on construction sites.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, or have you seen this video that's been going around on I saw it on Instagram, where somebody is asking ChatGPT how many of the letter R are in the word strawberry?
Yeah.
And it says 2.
Yes, I've seen that quite a bit.
That's wild.
There's one that I've seen ChatGPT, and basically all the models get tripped up on is people ask it what the code is, what the Unicode is for the seahorse emoji. And there is no seahorse emoji, but it will confidently tell you what the code is for the seahorse emoji.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure there's not a seahorse emoji?
Well, see, this is why it's a good test.
Oh, yeah, the first thing that comes... Oh, so this is under the Reddit Mandela Effect.
Oh, really? Interesting.
So now AI is saying there's no evidence that the seahorse emoji has ever existed.
Oh, interesting. We need to start asking ChatGPT whether it was Berenstain or Berenstain Bears. Sorry, guys. It's an Amazon package at the front door.
Is it a Berenstain bear?
And maybe it's a Berenstain bear.
So here's the thing. Dude, I swear there has been a seahorse emoji.
Ooh. Can you picture it in your head?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I don't know. This is like the whole Shazam movie.
I think, yeah.
See,
interesting.
This is the kind of content, or like if all Instagram and YouTube delivered to me was this like Mandela Effect kind of stuff, dude, I'd be all in.
Oh, I love it. I know. I love the Mandela Effect stuff. For some reason, it's like such a time waste, but it's so captivating.
Not politically charged. It's not sad. It's not
true.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know. Never thought about that.
Mm-hmm. What about my favorite one? Might be the Fruit of the Loom one. That there used to be a cornucopia in the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you guys know what cornucopia means, right? It's like that, the horn of plenty.
Yeah.
It's like a horn with a bunch of stuff spilling out of it. And that one I subscribe to 100%. There was always I
thought it was like a basket of fruit.
I think that's the modern one, but the old one, the one I remember from my childhood, had a cornucopia. And somebody actually found an old Fruit of the Loom shirt. So it was interesting. Fruit of the Loom as the company was like, no, there's always just like the fruit basket. And then somebody found a really old Fruit of the Loom shirt with the cornucopia on it. They're like, no, it's here.
That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
That is nuts. I don't know. I feel like I can't speak confidently enough. I'm looking at the logo right now, and I'm not sure.
Search cornucopia Fruit Loom. Yeah,
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Okay. The one on the left, there's two. Maybe it can. Whatever. It's not worth sharing it on screen.
This is the thing. As a society, we need to come together on topics like this.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we need to put it to a vote, and then anybody who votes that there was no cornucopia needs to be put in prison.
So this is why like things like the Wayback Machine are so great, because you can go on there and check out websites like they were 20 years ago.
Yeah,
and then just like completely debunk all these things pretty easily. But we can't do that for everything.
Yeah,
but sometimes that Wayback Machine doesn't work very well.
Yeah, the website's got to be to a certain level of popularity for sure.
Yeah. It gets a little hinky too. Like sometimes there'll be sites on there and they're on there, but they're broken if you go far enough back.
Yeah.
It is fun to see what the web used to look like back in the day, though. It is crazy how much it's changed.
Yeah. Can you imagine not having the internet anymore?
No. Honestly, have you ever gone like a day without, like, you're traveling and you don't have data roaming or something like that, and you open up your phone and you're like,
what's the point of this thing?
What does it do without the internet? It's nothing.
Nothing.
Even my computer.
Pictures.
Like
fancy camera.
Yeah. Being on a plane, you like open up your laptop, you're like, oh, I have a laptop. I have endless entertainment. You're like,
nope,
not really.
You could edit video.
Yeah, if you have it all like preloaded on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, unless it's on NAS or whatever.
You can't even play games on your phone half the time anymore because they require an internet connection for.
Don't get me started on that, dude. That's a conspiracy in and of its own.
So I was coming back from my vacation on the weekends, and I was on a plane, and the plane had Wi-Fi. And I don't know if you've ever experienced Wi-Fi on a plane before, but it's usually
like watching paint dry.
It's like watching paint dry, right? Yeah. This one was really fast. I watched I watched the Alex Honnold guy climb Taipei Tower.
Oh, dude, I haven't watched that yet.
I streamed it from Netflix live onto my phone while I was on the plane in 4K.
Because usually they're like, hey, if you get the Wi-Fi on the plane, it's effectively just to send emails.
Exactly. It's like for instant messaging and stuff like that. But this was, I speed tested it. I was getting 100 megabits per second down, which is like a residential high speed line.
Are you sure you just weren't on LTE and just didn't turn your
I think it was a little too. I was over the Gulf of Mexico at that point.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I got a question for you guys related to that. And we're not going to get subpoenaed.
Hopefully.
Do you guys actually put your devices in airplane mode on the airplane?
No.
Me neither.
If it actually mattered, they wouldn't leave it in your hands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be up to you.
No.
Yeah, exactly. They would take your phone away from you if it actually mattered.
100%, just because they don't want people in an enclosed tube getting beep, 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 people on their phones.
Yeah.
100%. It does nothing to the plane.
I remember flying back in the day, and they used to make you take your headphones off and like put your phone away when they did the whole safety briefing.
Oh,
they don't care anymore.
That. Yeah.
They don't care anymore. Oh, I remember them being such Nazis about it. They go up and down the aisles, make sure everybody's paying attention before doing it.
Golly.
So now they got it like on the back of the headrest. It's got the screen.
Yeah.
So like, or if you got the screen and it's like playing video or whatever, it comes up on there.
Oh,
and they don't even like get up and do anything. It's just all like pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Like your cabin, there's an announcement in the cabin or whatever, and you're like, I was just about to see that person walk in the room and figure out if they realize that the other person got murdered.
Yeah. And then it takes forever to get back to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want them to get rid of the screens on the back of seats, and all you just need is like a little clip holder for your phone.
Yeah. A lot of the domestic flights have done that. Like anytime I fly American and it's a flight less than like 4 hours, they don't have the headrests.
They get the
things anymore.
The clippy guy.
Yeah, it's a little.
Do they have the clippy guy? I've only ever been on planes where they don't have a screen, and thus they just have a pocket for like the menu.
Yeah. Everyone I've been on has got the clip guy if it doesn't have the screen now.
I'm flying the wrong airlines.
hack, my travel bag always has a couple Ziploc bags in it.
Ah, yes, I like that trick.
Because you can
You're
put your phone in a Ziploc
Yeah.
bag and then like jam it in the little the
Yes.
tray thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a good backup. It's a good
I'm
backup.
always too
But you're like so
embarrassed to
tall,
do
so then
that.
aren't you kind of like leaning
Yeah.
down to like watch the phone like halfway down the backrest?
But it's better than me like craning my neck looking at on my
on
knees.
your lap or whatever.
And I'm also
yeah.
not going to hold it up like a psychopath in front
That's
of my
what I
face.
do. I'm the psycho. I hold it like this for 5 minutes, and then I switch the other arm, hold it like this for 5 minutes. I go back and forth like that for 5 hours.
That's like the excruciating pain of changing a shower curtain. That's a shoulder workout.
Oh, that's true. That's
You know,
true.
you get your hands above your head and you're like, I can do it. I can finish it. Golly.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
speaking of
times.
projects, you said you're working on a speaker build?
Yeah.
I'm in the planning stages of it. Yeah. I think you guys had mentioned that you had seen this before, but you can get these things called an exciter, and it's basically like the driver from a speaker without the cone.
Okay.
And then you attach that to a big sheet of polystyrene foam, like rigid insulation. Yeah, Google speaker exciter speaker.
Make sure you put speaker on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes up with hardly knower. Okay. Foam exciter speaker, and then you put it on this like large sheet.
Yeah, so you put it on a sheet of like 1 inch thick rigid insulation, and it transforms that entire sheet of insulation into a speaker.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I was watching some videos of other people who have. It was a little bit of it had a little bit of a arc on YouTube a while ago. But I was thinking I have a couple different ways that I can put an interesting spin on it and kind of make it my own. So I'm planning out that as one of my future projects. 'Cause I haven't done a speaker project in a while. I want to get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're trying to attach it to this piece of foam insulation. Is the idea
Yes.
that you can get like very interestingly shaped?
Well,
speakers?
yes, that's part of it. I'm going to make it so that the speaker is basically invisible. Well, I'm going to paint the piece of foam into my wall. And then I'm gonna wall mount them behind my desk and paint it into the wall. So it's basically just a small section of foam that sits, maybe an inch off the wall or something like that.
Interesting. So it's like a flush mount speaker, if you will.
Exactly. If you wanted to go, I mean, I'd love to do it, but I don't know if it's feasible. But you could like even recess it into the wall if you.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that'd be really cool as well, actually.
So is there a limit on how big you can make these panels?
There is, yeah. I think that's gonna be kind of part of it. I might try different sizes and see what you can also do, like multiple exciters in different positions on the back side of it too.
That was my next question. How many of them can you mount on the back at once? Like if you wanted to go like a 4x8 sheet of it and then mount like 4 or 5 of them on the back.
You could for sure, yeah. So it's kind of space constrained, and at a certain point, I think there's a optimal ratio between the strength of the exciter and the size of the sheet.
That's what I was gonna say. Like how many watts or whatever this one has, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How much amperage?
Yeah, how much amperage? Yeah.
So, don't they already make like low profile speakers, or not really?
They do, but they're never going to be as low profile as what I'm thinking, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, how does, and this is not me, I think this is a sweet idea. This is not me putting it down. This is for my understanding. How is this different than me just using one of those like wall home theater speakers?
Well, I mean, it's not in... It was just way easier, I think. You don't have to open up the wall and like run the cables behind it. And so one thing that I learned from doing the research of it on this is that if you EQ these speakers, they actually sound really, really good.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
I was curious if they're going to sound good or not.
Yeah, so you have to EQ. That is the kind of caveat. You have to EQ them because they they tend to be quite high. The highs and mids are more pronounced than the bass. So I think I'm also, spoiler alert, I think I'm also going to find a way to incorporate a hidden subwoofer into my setup as well to kind of round out the low end a little bit.
The wall of sound.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, that's you do have to kind of EQ them. But the final result is often way better sound wise than you would get from any traditional speaker.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is the angle going to be like, I built the world's thinnest speaker, or like something like along that line?
Yeah, something along that line. Yeah.
The world's largest speaker.
Yeah.
Just like show you next to your house pointing.
Well, the cool thing about these things is that, okay, so to get the best sound possible, you want to have something that's lightweight, rigid, and can vibrate freely. Theoretically, though, it's like if you don't care that much about sound quality, you could, like, if you had a dining table, you might be able to stick some of these guys on the underside of a dining table and turn your whole dining table into a speaker. It wouldn't sound like amazing, but it would maybe sound like not bad.
What if you put your subwoofers on the bottoms of the seat? So then you get like that feel.
Yeah, dude, they
Deric?
have those already.
Am I stepping on it?
You're 2 videos ahead. That's my...
Okay.
I was thinking I might attach some like rumblers to my couch for
4D effect or whatever it's
yeah,
called.
like a 4D. Yeah, exactly.
They got that at a lot of movie theaters now, but I've never been at one that has it.
I went to see, you know, that F1 movie with what's his name?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to one movie theater where not only did the chairs shake, they also, the whole row that you were sitting in tilted side to side, and then it would spray water at you and puffs of air.
Yeah.
And I think it had
Golly.
sense too. I think it had sense as well.
I did that with my son for some movie recently, and it was neat, but like I found the seats to be too rigid and they kind of leaned forward ever so slightly. And so I just kind of felt like I was going to fall straight forward.
They are up higher than normal seats too. Like you kind of like step up into them. So I could see how feeling like you're going to fall out of it would not be enjoyable.
Yeah.
What if you got a box of Junior Mints?
Right. And that's the other thing. Like it's hard to like have a drink or food.
Oh
with
yeah.
them
You're
when
like,
you're in this.
Yeah. You don't want to be dropping your candy on the floor and not after paying $15 for some Cabbage Patch or Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch, yeah.
That's nuts.
And those tickets are more expensive too. Usually they're like, ours were like 50%. Yeah. 50% more than they normally are.
Tell you the last time I went to a movie, I got a gift card for our wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Still have the gift card.
Movie theater's struggling these days, I think.
Yeah.
It's a tough sell, especially like, especially over COVID. Spent all this time setting up like the perfect home theater because nobody was leaving the house, right? So I was like, I'm going to enjoy movies at home. Now I have a great screen, great sound system, comfortable couch. I don't really know what's the movie theater offering me. Somebody like screaming out, "Oh damn!" every time something interesting happens. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know. I'm not gonna go there. I don't know why that made me laugh so hard. I mean, that's true. Don't open the door.
Yeah, don't open the door. Don't open the door.
Oh, that is priceless. That is priceless.
What was worse is whenever you get the person that's in there talking about something that has absolutely nothing to do with the movie.
Oh, that's insane.
Did Jimmy get your text? I don't know if Jimmy got your text or not, but he said he's on his way. Well, it's been half an hour into the movie yet. He's not here. Shut up.
I'm cool if people are chit-chatting at a movie. During the previews is where it's just like...
That's no man's land. Do what you want.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I do want to hear the preview, but like, finish your conversation.
It's not crucial.
Okay. The movie starts. I'm going to backhand you. Shut up.
Right.
And open your freaking plastic wrap candy.
Right.
I don't want to
settled in.
I don't need to hear this while I'm trying to,
right.
Yeah.
trying to listen to the movie. Open it up, leave it out. They're not going to go stale in an hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a continuum. There's like the commercials that happen before the previews. Talk as much as you want during the commercials. Don't care. Previews, yeah, a little bit, and then the actual movie's starting. It's like,
Yeah.
now you're just being rude. But I've never found usually if somebody's still talking during previews, they don't shut up by the time the actual movie's rolling.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were at the theater over Thanksgiving break. I forget what we went and saw. I took my son and we saw something. And me and him were sitting there. We're in the back row in the middle watching the movie, perfect seats. Then there's a group of like 6 kids next to us, like high school students. And they were just carrying on throughout the whole movie, being loud, obnoxious. The movie theater was packed. And about 20 minutes into it, a police officer comes in and he gets goes up and he gets like right in their face. And he's like, y'all need to shut up right now, sit down and watch this movie or else I'm going to drag you out of here.
Whoa.
And then like they just stopped.
Pretty slick.
Right. And then like 10 minutes later, they all got up and left and just,
we're done. Be like that. I'm so glad I was never a kid, you know?
Yeah. Just born straight being a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
I actually remember being a kid and being, 11 or 10 or something like that. Maybe a little bit later, maybe 12. Because I had a phone. And this was before we had developed the
phone etiquette in theaters.
The etiquette in theaters around phones. And I remember it was a boring movie and I just like took out, whatever
played
it was.
Some Snake.
Snake, something on my phone. And the lady behind me was like, "Can you turn that off? The light's distracting me." And I was like, "Oh yeah, the light would be distracting, wouldn't it?" I put it in my pocket and never did it again.
Dude, getting back to the plane thing about thinking things that are annoying.
Mm-hmm.
F the people who watch videos on the plane without headphones.
Oh
God, yeah.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you should
crazy. I don't know if I've even ever seen that.
You should.
What's
not
worse,
be
the
allowed
person
to fly.
on the plane watching a video at full volume on their phone, or the person in the stall next to you watching a video on their phone at full volume,
or the people waiting at the gate talking on speakerphone?
Oh yeah.
No one wants to hear your conversation.
No.
That at least it's like you're in the airport. It's so loud. I can just kind of. I don't know. It's just part of the background hum of the place.
Yeah.
There's a million PA calls. Passenger 321, report to gate 3B. It's like, whatever. It all just becomes background noise at a certain point.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I know it makes me sound like an old man, but we existed for centuries. In society without cell phones and needing to be constantly connected to everybody, I think you can make it 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Whenever you need to without having to get on your phone. Or go sit through a movie or a meal without having to go through your phone.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just me.
Yeah, I mean, I know this is not popular to say as a social media creator, but I've been trying to spend less time on my phone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody else, please stay on your phone, though.
Yeah, everybody else, stay on your phone. Keep watching our stuff. But I've been trying to, and if I do go on my phone, I've been trying not to engage with like meaningless content.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm going to go on my phone, it's like I should message a friend of mine or like have a conversation, or look up an interesting fact or something like that.
Research something.
Yeah, don't answer a question that's been bugging me for years. Don't just go on TikTok and mindlessly scroll through.
I've been actively doing that for a few months now, and I've found that now whenever I get on my phone, I'm less distracted. Whenever I go on with a purpose, I'm not like pulling up my phone and then immediately jumping onto a social app or into like whatever, and then getting distracted and forgetting what I got on there for in the first place.
100%. Yeah.
It just be like that. I feel like it's getting older. You're just like, I'm sick of this. Now, do you notice that your kids, are they like glued to like social media and games and stuff? Or are they kind of like, Dad, get off your phone, hang out with me? Like, what's their perspective on the devices, the screens?
It really depends on your kids and what boundaries you set with them, as far as like whether or not they're on their phone on doing things.
Right.
My kids can be on them 100%. Like whenever, we're just hanging out, like we'll all hang out in the living room, but everybody will be on their phone. And like watching whatever, or doing whatever, and then like I'll have like something on the TV that I'm watching, but we're kind of together.
Sure.
But everybody's usually got like their earbuds in, and they're on their phone doing whatever they're going to do on their phone. Like, it used to be, there was a while there whenever they first got their phones where they would sit on their phone next to us on the couch with the phone at full volume. And we're like,
no.
you got headphones. Go ahead and put on your headphones, if you're
Yeah.
going to do that. But you can stay hanging out with us. And now it's kind of like, we'll hang out and we'll be on our phones. Like, it's kind of like being together, but you don't have to be like doing the exact same thing. So there's that aspect of it.
Yeah.
And then like whenever we go out and eat dinner and stuff like that, if we're going somewhere and we're going to eat dinner, we'll have the kids put the phones down and engage in conversation. But it's not like you need to put your phone down and we need to talk. It's more like we engage in conversation with them and kind of distract them from it.
From the
And
devices.
you got to like work on that relationship. And then it gets easier over time. They want to engage in the conversation back. And so like it becomes something that you don't even have to think about. It's just all about, you setting those boundaries and then keeping those habits going and not slipping off of them. And they do a pretty good job of it. I mean, they're on them for sure. And like, they'll sit there, like I'll walk into my son's room and he's got his phone out and he's watching videos on his phone and talking. He's got a friend on speakerphone and he's talking to him at the same time. Or maybe he'll have a game going on his computer while he's doing all that. And like just going on like 3 different things at once. I don't get it. I couldn't do it, but that's, that's how they live.
I try to, going back to what you were saying earlier, Deric, about being intentional, I try not to double screen anymore.
Yeah. I find it not to be effective.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's one thing to answer a text real quick if I'm watching a movie.
Yes.
But usually I'll pause it because I can't there's a disconnect and I can't give everything my full attention. So if it's something that requires a thoughtful response, I'll pause and respond.
Usually what I find is that I'll keep the show playing in the background. I'll be like, I'll just fire off this text real quick. And then you get distracted and you're like, let me look up this thing. And before you know it, you've been on your phone for 10 minutes. You completely lost track of what's going on in the show. You're not even really watching anymore. You're like, this show's boring. I can go back to looking at my phone. And then it's like, you just waste the entire time. So again, I've been trying to like just one thing at a time. And if, by the way, like if a text comes through that you really want to respond to, it's like, do what you're doing. Pause the thing, respond to the text, and then start going.
Get right back into it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I found it's a good litmus test for if something that we're watching with me and my wife is any good, is if I look over and she's on her phone, she's not into it. But if she's put her phone down, she's into it.
Yeah. I agree. And it's also perfectly fine to be like, both of us are on our phones. Maybe this show sucks. Maybe we should just stop watching the show.
But you invested all the time into it.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Dude, I was kind of hoping with this big snow ice storm and stuff that was blowing through the past, several days or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I kind of hope the power goes out. I kind of like when the power goes out.
Yeah.
It's kind of relaxing.
Kind of fun.
Because I spent the time rewiring my furnace, so I have the ability to plug it into my jackery.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I was like, I kind of want to use this, right?
So do you have a gas furnace?
Yeah, I do.
And so it doesn't use that much power, I guess, right?
No, so it pulls a lot of power to get the igniter coils going.
Uh-huh.
It pulls like 1,200 watts, and then once it's on, it's pulling like 100, 200 watts. It's not much.
So the jackery would probably power you for like a day at least.
Yeah. I ran it from around 6 or 7 p.m. to around 8 a.m. just before the storm, just to like test.
Yes, yeah.
And I used like 25% of the battery. So I was like, and plus I got the solar panels too. So I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was kind of jazzed for it, and then I didn't end up needing to use it. But
I mean, that's always it's the first time I got like a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
didn't use it for years.
Didn't use it for years. I was like so excited. I was like, I can't wait for a snowstorm. I'm gonna be like riding around. Everybody's gonna be stuck, but I'll be so moving around so easily. And it did take years before I got to use my 4-wheel drive for the first time.
You better believe when we were in a level 3. So do you guys have the level 1, 2, 3 snow emergency thing?
No, I think it's a color thing here. I don't really know, to be honest with you.
So for us, level 3 is like technically you're not allowed on the road
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
They say like you can be arrested unless it's for like
Whoa.
non-medical travel or like, basically if you don't absolutely have to be on the road, you're not allowed driving.
Whoa. Okay.
Interesting.
Serious.
So we had like 12 inches of snow and I was like, you better believe I'm heading out in the car, put it in 4-wheel drive to just go through
Yeah.
Do
that
some
terrain
donuts.
because I can.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
I packaged it up. I told Miranda, I was like, hey, I just want to see if they've cleared the main roads out. So I was going to head out there real quick. You want to go with me? She's like, hell yeah.
Nice. It was last year, I think, when we got our first big snowfall. Sophie had never really driven that much in deep snow.
Sure.
I was like, let's go to the parking lot down by the beach. There's this big open parking lot, nothing in it. I was like, just do donuts.
Yeah.
Get a feel for what the car feels like when it's sliding.
Yeah.
Get up, start going 25 miles per hour, turn hard, and then just goose the gas and see what it feels like.
Yeah. That's
Get
good for
comfortable
you.
with it. So, if you do get into a slide, you don't panic.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I drove a 2-wheel drive truck for first 5 or 6 years of driving.
Mm-hmm.
So I had plenty of opportunities to get that. I used to look forward to it, the big snowfalls, because I could just let Tokyo drift my way around town.
Getting that thing loose.
Man.
Oh yeah, no electronic stability control. It had ABS, but that was it. And
Throw sandbags in the back of her.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to.
Oh yeah, that first truck I had was just rear wheel drive, old box truck.
Oh
Yeah.
Had no, we get ice once a year. And we got a bad ice storm and I was out on it. And that thing it had no weight in the back. So it was just there was just nothing to hold me. It was like, I can't describe, you're just kind of you're whipping around. You got no control over the steering wheel does nothing.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
Well, it does, but it does it a different way. You just have to kind of get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw so many people out in little sedans, like the main road was somewhat cleared, but the side roads weren't. And a little sedan was like, I'm going to try to go into 12 inches of snow. It's like your front bumper is going to be hitting the snow. Where are you thinking you're going?
Yeah. Some people just do not care about their cars.
No.
Well, obviously the car got stuck 2 feet in.
Yeah.
And
I see it happen all the time.
It's not a snowplow.
Yeah. So Deric, did you get hammered or were you guys all right?
Oh yeah. We got a good 2 inches of just sleet and ice, and it's still out there. The kids are out of school. They were out of school Monday. They were out of school today. They're going to be out of school tomorrow.
Wow.
Thursday's up in the air. It's all about if it melts off or not. And because it's freezing temperatures, today was the first day that we got above freezing for a little bit.
Okay.
And it's going to dip back into freezing overnight.
So are you allowed to drive right now?
I mean, there's no law that says you can't drive.
Yeah.
We haven't driven anywhere. We've gone for walks, but we haven't driven anywhere because it's just
grocery stores are the grocery stores open?
Yeah, the stores are all open. In fact, one of our favorite pizza places, they were posting yesterday. They're open. If y'all want to brave it and come on by, we're here, because I think they live right behind there, so they could walk over.
Doing Lord's work.
Yeah. Okay.
So my wife walked over there today and got lunch and brought us back some pizza with her.
Hell yeah.
And there's 2 inches of ice still on the road. None of it's been cleared. Some of it's been worn down a little bit on the main road that runs through town. But
sure.
That's about it. Other than that, it's crazy.
And you guys probably don't have the infrastructure for all the salt trucks and plows and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. I know y'all are up north. You're 2 inches. That's nothing.
Yeah.
But for us, there's nothing. Yeah, and there's nothing to clear it. So and the things that they do clear, they clear the major highways. That's what they tackle, and then that's all they tackle.
Right. So Zach, how did it fare up in Toronto? Did you guys get hit or not too bad?
Yeah, we have in my backyard. The entire thing is waist deep in snow.
Golly,
it's nice. It's nice fluffy stuff.
It's very light fluffy stuff. I shoveled my front path the side path, and then like around my car, and I piled it in like the central part of my front yard. That pile is like 8 feet tall.
It's like a second home.
It's like yeah.
Now, do you have a snowblower?
I don't. I did it all by hand over the course of multiple sessions. I would work for like an hour. I'd be like, okay, I need to take a break.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't have a snowblower either. So I was trying to clear our whole driveway and sidewalk and everything with just a shovel. And man, it was.
I'd say we probably got 3 feet of snow, I think.
Damn.
Somewhere between 2 and 3 feet. I'm telling you, waist deep. Not exaggerating.
See, my grandma lives somewhat moderately close to Detroit. I mean, like an hour away from Detroit.
Yeah.
She said, I don't know, we didn't really get that much. So it must have hit like
Different
central
parts.
Ohio, and then it hit Toronto.
Yeah. I think it's different sides of the lakes. I don't know. And so when we got back from our trip, our dog was at a dog daycare thing.
Sure.
It's about an hour north of the city. Normally that part of Ontario gets way more snow than Toronto does. But I was up there picking up the dog, and there was like 3-4 inches of snow on the ground. Wow. I came back into the city, and it was like whiteout.
Wow.
So it was reverse of what it normally is. So who knows?
That is nuts. So how's Toronto handling it? Are you guys in like you're not allowed to drive thing, or roads are fine now?
No, I mean the roads suck, but it's Canada, so people just drive anyways. I've never heard of people not being allowed to drive. I wonder if that's popular in more of the states, but it's not really a thing.
Maybe
here.
a state to state thing.
Yeah.
So this a level 3 snow emergency means all roads are closed to non-emergency personnel. No one should be driving during these conditions unless it's absolutely necessary to travel for personal emergencies.
Wow.
You can be arrested.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, all we get is winter weather. That's the only warning we get is winter weather.
Yeah. There are
Although we did get a freezing fog warning today, and I've heard of people getting this exploding trees warning.
Exploding trees?
Yes.
Stop
What?
it.
No, apparently that's a real thing. Like it gets so cold so fast that the moisture inside the trees expands and the tree explodes and it sounds like a shotgun.
Really?
Exploding trees, Minnesota is what comes up.
Yeah, the truth about exploding trees after winter storms. Wow, I've never heard of that before.
I think it's like a relatively new term.
Jeez.
I'm definitely going to bring this one up at a dinner party. Hey, do you know it can get so cold that trees explode?
Yeah.
People are like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'll be honest with you guys, though. I like the snow. I would much prefer 2-3 feet of snow on the ground to just gray and cold.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It doesn't, now it feels like winter. We got white stuff on the ground. I look outside and I'm like, it feels like wintertime now, and we've already passed Christmas by like a month now. This doesn't feel right. There's a disconnect here.
One of the things that drives me nuts is you go clear your driveway and stuff, and then the city plows come by. And there's nothing that you can do.
Yeah.
You could shovel your driveway 8 feet out into the street, and they're still going to come by and just put this big old effing mound at the end of your street.
Yes.
I don't know where it was, but I saw somebody posted a video of their city has these plows, and it goes down, and as it's plowing, when it gets to the driveway, it drops this extra blade, and it clears the front of the driveway, and then it pulls it up, and it keeps going down the street. Yeah.
I have seen those in videos, but I've never experienced in real life.
Yeah, it's like they're rare. I guess it's like a specialty thing that the city has to order, but there's a couple of them that do it apparently.
This was like the one time where I was like, man, it really would be nice if I had a snowblower, because usually the max snow we get is like 3 inches at one time. It's just like it's no problem to go with the shovel.
Yeah.
But it was bad. I tell you, I put myself in a little bit of a predicament with the cold.
Oh, no. Is that after show, or you want to
I can knock it out real quick.
All right.
So I rearranged my shop to more like tried to lay out my tools in a more efficient way, so I could get to everything, and everything has 8 feet in feet and out feet, right? So I don't have to move things around when I got a long board.
Makes sense.
So table saw now lives in the center of the garage, rather than like offset off to a side.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, the problem with that is that I don't want my power cord to be running across the floor because I have my camera on like the rolling bucket tripod scenario.
Yes. Hard to get that over the hump of the.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You could 3D print like a little
like ramp, right?
that goes over it, but that's not ideal.
My the garage is kind of laid out in like 4 squares of concrete with the expansion gaps between them.
Yes.
So on one of the cords I need to run, it's just like a 12 gauge, extension cord. It's fairly small, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I can just basically push that into the expansion joint.
Yeah.
And then just run a couple layers of duct tape on top of it, like no problem, right? That's good enough. But my table saw cord is a real thick, beefy boy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need to make this expansion gap just a little bit bigger.
Okay.
So I'm like, how hard can it be, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, I got some flap discs and an angle grinder. If you've ever tried to use an angle grinder, even with like a 30, 40 grit flap disc, it ain't doing a damn thing
Concrete
to 20-year-old cured concrete, right?
Yeah, you want a diamond blade or something like that.
So I was like, all right, so the flap disc isn't going to do much, and it's kicking up dust everywhere.
Yes.
And so I've got like the air scrubber cleaner thing going on, and I've got a shop vac like right next to my angle grinder, and my like 4-inch dust port dust collector, like also trying to suck it in.
Yes.
And then I've got the door cracked open with a leaf blower trying to push air out and stuff. And this place is like, you can't see. It is so dusty. So I was like, all right, flap disc isn't working. Then I was like, all right, I have like a metal cutoff disc, like the abrasive discs or whatever. I was like, okay, that's working really well, but made even more of a mess. I was like, there's got to be a better way. So obviously I was like, all right, I'm going to go get one of these diamond blades. That thing cut through like butter.
It's crazy how the difference, but yeah, it will blow through concrete, no problem, and tile and stuff too.
Blew through concrete, but dude, you couldn't see anything. Yes. It was like an atomic bomb went off in the garage, even with the door open. And this is where it's like 5 degrees outside too. So I am freezing as this is going on. And I got the project done, but I'm never cutting concrete again.
I've done it professionally a few times in the past, and it sucks.
You have to have like a wet saw.
Yeah, you have to have like the rubber mats in your garage.
No, but I'm considering getting it though.
Yeah.
So couldn't you just cut a channel through the rubber mat? But I guess if you don't have them, then it doesn't matter.
I've considered getting the rubber mat scenario, but I never get too married to a setup.
Yeah.
That's true.
Unless you're gonna do like the entire floor.
Well, who was it? Was it Uzak that was saying horse stall mats? Like laying down horse stall mats?
No, I don't think so, but that's not a bad idea.
I saw
who was saying it.
Johnny Brook from Crafted Workshop, he actually bought like rolls of the the rubber, and basically like laid them out in his garage shop that he's building or whatever. It's like that's not a bad deal. And it wasn't terribly expensive either.
Yeah, I started looking into the horse stall mats like a couple months ago, and they weren't super expensive. You get like I think it's like 4x8, like they're good size.
It's like $50.
Yeah, you got like less than, I think they were 50 to $100 a piece, and I would only need like 4 or 6 of them maybe. And then they're heavy enough that things can roll on them without it like bunching up.
Oh, well, would they move, and would you get stuff in the little cracks and whatnot?
I think you still have like the seam, like where they butt up against each other, but like I think you could probably just like put like a black duct tape on them or something like that.
Yeah, interesting.
Marry them pretty easily.
Scott said he's got the horse stall mats and they're great. So
okay.
To look into that. I know you can go like Tractor Supply or like something like that.
Yeah,
we could get it.
I think usually you got to order them ahead because they typically don't carry them in the store, but they'll get them to the store for you and you just go pick them up.
Okay.
But dude, I bet those off gas for a long time. I bet they smell bad for a few weeks.
Probably.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know.
Well, they made to have a horse on them, livestock, so I imagine they got to be safe for you to be around breathing.
Scotty said it's a 2-man lift scenario. So these things got to be
Big heavy
huh?
roll. Yeah.
I bet. Yeah.
Each of these mats probably weighs what? 75 pounds, I bet.
Well, it depends. Yeah.
And it's unlike a
roll
sheet of
it is.
plywood. It's like a drunk octopus, right?
Yeah.
It's just going to be flopping all over the place. Okay. Well, speaking of flopping all over the place, tonight there is no after show. That's because we are going to be hanging out live with our top tier patrons. And what did we rename it?
We're rebranding.
Oh, that's right. We're rebranding.
The Lumberyard or something.
We're going to
The Lumberyard Hangout.
We're going to hang out in the Lumberyard
That's
with our
right.
top tier patrons, formerly known as
The
BYOC, but no one knew what that stood for. So
Crazy
I like that
confusion.
aspect, but
yeah, Well, we are going to go hang out in the Lumberyard live with our top tier patrons, and if you want to join, well, it's probably too late now because we're going to do it in about 3 minutes.
well, you could sign up theoretically in the next
Jump on.
5
Yeah.
minutes or so. Jump on. You don't have to be there right when we start.
But we do it every single month with our top tier patrons. If you want to unlock that, just go to patreon.com/offthecut-podcast. Sign up for top tier if you want to join the Lumberyard. But if you want to just unlock the after show that we do every other week, just sign up for any tier level. And you get entered to win the KM Tools gift card. So
That's the best part, really.
yeah. So everybody, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting us. And thanks for padding our numbers against the Shop Sound podcast. That's cooking the books.
Cooking the books. Cooking the books.
And we'll see you next week. Stay safe out there in the cold weather.
See everybody.
See you around.
We give a huge shout out to our returning top tier patrons.
Corey Duvall at Woodcraft and Honey.
Josh at Sawdust Builds.
Joe Welsh at Delaware Valley Workshop.
Goblin Spanker.
You can't say that anymore. Bill Burkle, WTB Woodworking.
The Dadu said, yeah, buddy.
Building Creative.
Bailey Thompson.
RJ Russ.
Damon Pattison.
Bingo bango, you're done.
Zach, to be honest with you, I don't even know if I follow you.
You should stop.